Oh, hey there. Hello. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I truly believe you're meant to be here. So hit that subscribe wherever you find it on your current page. I'm going to do a week in a review of my training. Again, if you're new here, I'm training for my third Ironman, trying to beat my time by 3 hours. Yeah, lucky threes. My best time is 14. I forgot last year's. Now it's like 14:05 or somewhere in that area. I have to remember that. So I'm trying to get that 11 hour to beat it by 3 hours. My first one was like 14:50. So I've improved, but I got to get even better. So we ran a half marathon last Sunday, and training plan kind of put a recovery weekend, which is awesome because today is the 16-week mark now out from race. So now we kind of just ramp up from here. That 16-week, some people will do a 20-week training block, but that 16-week training block is the way to go. I think so. So it's kind of nice that I got to run that half, and now we're into that. Not that I haven't been training the last, since February hard. So but we're going to keep getting better and better. Let's talk about what we did on our recovery week from a half marathon. I PR'd the course. I PR'd on Strava. That means since I've been using Strava, it's my best half marathon. But my all-time half marathon was about 6 minutes faster than that. So still not too terrible for being the one that was 6 minutes faster was almost 12 years ago. And yeah, so like I can't be mad about any of that at all. Those results were awesome, but I've been generally tired all week. I had some really sore quads at the beginning of the week. So Monday I took it super easy and I just did my streak run. I'm trying to get at least a year of running in a row, meaning every day at least a mile. So Monday I did my mile nice and slow, 13 minutes and 42 seconds. I think I did it at night, like a sunset run. It was nice. Tuesday, I was supposed to swim on Monday too. I skipped that. Like I said, just super tired. I didn't want to put in and my training even said if you feel up to it. So I didn't swim on Monday. And then Tuesday, I'm looking at my tablet, by the way. It has Connect up right here telling me what I did each day, and then I'll move over to Strava, and in Strava it will kind of recap the week better for me. I kind of just like that, their little recap on there. On Tuesday, we had to wake up super early because we took my stepdaughter to the airport, but I still got 2 miles in the evening, got it done, felt good. I mean, I didn't felt good, but it felt good that I got it done. I still had my quad pain, still pretty tired. Even today, I took like an hour-long nap. I've just been generally tired. I hope starting the week out now, even though it's technically a holiday week, so it's not going to be a normal week, I can get back on sleep schedule right. And even if you use Garmin, they do what's called HRV on your watch, and even my HRV has been super, super low for me. So it's like out of balance and never is. So you can definitely tell that I was in a recovery week. Tuesday, I was also supposed to do a bike. I skipped it. It was just an easy 1 hour low heart rate. So I skipped it. Like I said, I didn't want to push it. I had been up since super early, got a run in, felt good about that. And then Wednesday, I did the same. I got a run in. That's what I mean by same. Wednesday, I got a 4.15 mile run. It was 50 minutes, low heart rate, recovery run. Easy peasy. Feeling better. My legs were finally opening up. I didn't feel like crap. So that was a point. That was a plus. HRV still kind of, actually that day was probably my best of the week of my HRV. It was actually in its balanced range, and then it started going down even more from there. So then on Thursday, I had a recovery ride, again, an hour long, got it in this time though, hour long, low heart rate, super, super, just 15 miles on the trainer, indoors, just spun my legs. Definitely not my favorite thing in the world because it was going from that soreness of running to back to biking again. And my body was like, ooh, what am I doing? And then I think I did a run separately. Yeah, I did. I did a 2.02, just a 2 mile run, separately from the bike just to get my streak run in. Friday, I got an easy run in 4.38 miles, low heart rate, 55 minutes. And then at night, got a pool swim in. Jumped in the pool for 1,600 yards, nothing crazy. After not swimming for a week, my body's like, what am I doing? I'm going to take one more week of just doing 2 times a week swim. And then starting in July, after July 4th, after the holiday, I'm going to start doing 3 times a week. So I'll swim Monday, Wednesday, Friday again, just to start building up that consistency, hopefully getting a longer, I want to have a couple like harder swims and then one longer, easier swim. I don't know how TriDot does it once I move it to 3. Right now I have a hard swim and then kind of an easy swim. So we'll see what they add in once I move it to 3 times a week. And then I'm going to stick with my running every day, but stick with the plan right now on TriDot. I have it set to do more runs than what they would do, one less run a week, but I have it in, since I'm doing the streak anyways, to give me that one more low heart rate run that they usually throw in on Monday or Friday for me, and give me just an easy run throughout the week, which is nice. It's just adding mileage. I want to get better in the mileage. We're getting that heat acclimation because the race is a week earlier this year, so we don't know if it's going to be hot or not. So yeah, what did we do Saturday? Saturday was yesterday. I got a long ride in, hour 45, also low heart rate, kept it super easy. I just sort of didn't just not want to be on the saddle. Like, hubby and I like went through my measurements though, and everything seems to be fitted still right. Sometimes that changes, so measure yourself again, go get another bike fitting if something's not feeling right, but everything seems to seem right. Sometimes a trainer will pitch me forward a little bit, and you're a little bit different position on a trainer than you're going to be outside, so you don't want to mess with your measurements too much on the trainer, but it's just sometimes when those rides start getting longer and they're only going to get, like, I don't have an under 2-hour ride from now until race day pretty much. I think I have a couple like every 3 weeks or so. I have an hour and a half one on the weekend, but most of them are going to be 2 hours plus. We'll be getting to those 5-6 hour rides in a couple months here. And it's just about, especially when you're on the trainer, just mentally like getting that grind in. Once I get up to like 4 or 5 hour rides, I do like to go outside. I spend most of my time inside because I don't have any cool trails. I see a lot of you guys out there, but we don't have a path or a trail that's really long enough in my general vicinity that's road, bike worthy, tri-bike worthy. I have to usually be out on a street, and it's really not the safest. So I spend most of my time on the trainer, which is, I think, more difficult than being outside because you have to continuously spin your legs. You don't get that break from, spinning just while your bike is moving, because it will just stop on the trainer. So I think it builds your strength a lot, but we'll be outside soon. So I got that hour 45 ride in, and then I went out for a mile run off the bike, just as my streak run. They actually didn't have it scheduled in my TriDot training, but I did it as my streak run, and it was hot. Yeah, I'm glad I just went out for a mile, because at first I was like, oh, maybe I'll do 2. And I was like, no, definitely going to do 1. Then today, Sunday, I got a 55-minute again. So I did the same thing I did on Friday today, 55-minute run, and ended up with 4.52 miles. And I was at 4.38 on Friday. So it feel good to have that little lower 12-minute range compared to high 12-minute per mile range for a low heart rate, meaning hopefully I'm back to a little bit of recovery. I did take a really good nap today. We're going to go out and get a really good dinner. I have a little bit of vlogging from yesterday, but not much. So that's what's going to come up here next. We went and played Pokemon in town, sort of. We have this like shopping center, and they have a lot of like Pokemon stops. So we went and did that. And yeah, today we're going to go out to eat, and I'm excited for the week. Oh, let's go over like just my totals for the week. So first swim, I only got that one swim in, so it was 1,650 yards. That's all I got this week. All ride for my bike, I got 40 miles in this week. Not too shabby. I wish it told me, does it? It says distance. Ooh, time. It's 2 hours and 46. I know some of you guys like this, so like adding up how much I trained throughout the week. So I had 2 hours and 46 minutes on the bike, and let's go back to the swim. a 45-minute swim. So that's 3.5 hours total of working out this week. It was a light week for sure. And then my run was 3 hours and 54. So only a 5-hour week. Pretty short week for me. Normally I'm somewhere in the 13 to 15 hour area. But I got less than an hour in every day. So it was a light week. And mileage wise, we got 19 miles. What's cool for run year to date, I'm over my 500 mark. We hit that on the half marathon last week. For the month, I'm at like 110 again, which is pretty cool. Like I've now ran over 100 miles every month for the last 4 months. Is this month 4? Somewhere in that area. So that's pretty cool. It was, I think I did it March, April, May, and June. Yeah. So last 4 months. That's pretty cool. I've run twice the amount of what I ran last year at this time. So by July 1st last year, I only ran more than 307. I ran 307 miles last year and I'm at 520 this year. So not quite twice, but it says 69% more than 307 miles at this. That doesn't make sense. 69% more. Yeah, that makes sense. 69. Math is hard. I don't want to do math. Anyways, I thought it was double because of 69%, but it's not. It's 69% of 307. So less than double of what I ran last year, but still huge, like almost 200 miles more this year than I ran last year. So I'm getting a lot of running in because that was my goal, to get better at this running and to know that I can just do it. I can go out there and get the running in. And this week has proven that, because a lot of times after races, like I don't do anything, but with the streak, I'm like, I'm going to stick with it. So I ran a mile even though my legs hurt. And so that's something when you're in the endurance world that your brain has to get accustomed to, is getting past those humps of, can I keep running? So even though it was day after race and I only ran a mile, it's still, your brain has to push you through that, right? Because you're hurting and you're tired and you're like, well, I ran something a lot yesterday. I don't want to run today. So you got to stick with that. So that's our week in review. Here's a couple of vloggy things, I think, just from my bike and my run yesterday. And I love you. And I will check in with you very, very soon. Hey there, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I truly believe you're meant to be here. So hit that subscribe. We were out on the bike. We got an hour 45, low heart rate. Still recovery week from the race. Next week's kind of easy with a couple trickled in of normal. And then we're at 100 day, pretty much ramp up. It'll be like 110 days to race day. So heck yeah, a little under 4 months. We got another Ironman coming up, so let's get after it. I'll check in with you throughout this ride. I'm just gonna go out they didn't assign me a runoff, but I'm gonna do my run streak, just 1 mile runoff after this, so yeah. All right, I'm a little over halfway through. Gonna eat a waffle. Even though I'm kind of burpy, I just sort of need the energy, so, because I do not have any. I'm at 0 energy. Well, probably not 0, but definitely not at 50. So, gonna eat the waffle, get some energy, and yeah, go for another 46 minutes. 49, I still have 49. Probably put the TV on. I was multitasking, and I did a video. I edited a video. See, energy not there, brain not there. Can anybody talk while they're on the trainer? Why do I even do this? Oh yeah, okay, never mind. Let's eat our waffle. All right, 2 minutes left. My butt is a little chuffed. I don't know why, I don't know. These shorts just have a lot of use in them, so the padding might be done. Anybody that just wears a long ass ponytail during their workout and still looks crazy beautiful after, I love you, you're crazy beautiful. But this thing is now covered in sweat. That's why I usually wear space buttons or braids, because I got too much hair for the pony down and all over my sweat. We're gonna head out for this mile run and then we're gonna go enjoy our Saturday. Run streak day number 135. We might have to find some indoor spots to play some Pokemon today because it's hot out here already. Yeah, we're gonna go get our backs cracked and go play some Pokemon after I get a shower on because I'm stinky. My hair got all wet, so we'll wash it too.